Bluecoats.
To complete our look at the trilogy of Bluecoat shows from 2014 to 2016, we have 2015's Kinetic Noise. This was the show that largely popularized the use of on-field speakers. These speakers were less about adding volume to the core, but were instead used to add a soundscape and a deeper depth of timbre and color to the show. Kinetic Noise used around half a mile of cabling, complete with 2 mixers and 8 on-field microphones. However, an issue for the Bluecoats that year was latency. With all that cabling and all that space for sound to travel through, properly timing the acoustic and electronic sounds proved to be difficult.
Lots of space between the back speakers and the front, and the sound takes a while for it to reach us. And if you're playing a keyboard here, there's not a whole lot of latency between when you play the note and when you actually hear the note. But when you're using these back speakers, there's a ton of latency.
This required perfect tempo control between all members of the core. The show prominently features the sampling and looping of the Bluecoats horn line, prominently showcased within the group's second movement with the trumpets.
What we had to do with each note of the trumpet loop, we had to add like a certain amount of delay in order for it to maintain a perfect eighth note at 192. Now what this requires is our performer Kyle here on the DTX to play perfect eighth notes at 192 every single show, but it also requires the core to play at 192 perfectly every single rep, or else it gets really, really uncomfortable really quick.
Kinetic Noise is not without its criticism, however. Many feel that the Bluecoats had overused electronics and were replacing their horn line with synthesizers. While the use of amplification has always been a bit of a talking point within DCI, the Bluecoats tried to offset this by sampling the actual horn line, trying as much as possible to keep the experience within the group, allowing them to be a part of the process while also keeping the integrity of the show design. Kinetic Noise effectively added more of a Y-axis to their show, changing the auditory focus of the show across the field. And this paid off with the Bluecoats taking home third place with a score of 96.925. It's easy to see why some had thought this was the best show of all time.